It happened one day at December's end. Two neighbors called on an old-time friend. They found his shop so meager and mean, but it was made bright with 1,000 branches of green. Old Conrad was sitting with face ashine when he suddenly stopped as he stitched the twine. He said, "My friends, at dawn today, when the rooster was crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me and said, 'I'm coming, your guest to be.' So I've been busy on my feet all day, cleaning and decorating my shop with branches and hay. The table is spread and the kettle is shined, and over the rafters the holly is twined. And now I will wait for the Lord to appear and listen so closely his steps to hear, his steps as he nears my humble place. And I open the door and I'll look on his face." Then his friends went home and left Conrad all alone. For this was the happiest day he had known, for long since his family had passed away, and Conrad had spent many a sad Christmas day. But he knew with the Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. So he listened with only joy in his heart, and with every sound he would rise with a start and look for the Lord to be at his door, like the vision that he had had a few years before. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all he could see on the snow-covered ground was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn, and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. But old Conrad was touched, and he went to the door, and he said, "Your feet must be cold and sore. I have some shoes in my shop for you, and I have a coat that will keep you warm too." So, with a grateful heart, the man went away. But as Conrad noticed the time of day, he wondered what made his dear Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait. Then he heard a knock, and he ran to the door. But it was only a stranger once more, a bent old lady with a shawl of black, and a bundle of branches piled on her back. But she asked for only a place to rest, a place that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away. Let me rest for a while this Christmas day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup and told her to sit at the table and sup. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were passing away, and the Lord had not come as he said he would. And Conrad felt sure he had misunderstood, when out of the stillness he heard a cry. "Please, please help me and tell me, where am I?" So again he opened his friendly door and stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who had wandered away, who was lost from her family on Christmas Day. Again, Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he could make this little girl glad. So he called her in, and he wiped her tears, and he quieted all of her childish fears. Then he led her back to her home once more. Then as he entered his own darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had all passed away. So he went to his room, and he knelt down to pray. And he said, "Dear Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? I want so much your face to see." Then softly in the silence, a voice he heard, "Lift up your head. I kept my word. 3 times my shadow crossed your floor. 3 times I came to your lonely door. For I was the beggar with bruised cold feet. I was the woman who gave something to eat. And I was the child on the homeless street. 3 times I knocked, 3 times I came in, and each time I found the warmth of a friend. Of all the gifts, love is the best. I was honored to be your Christmas guest. What you have done to the least of the brethren, you have done unto me.